Okay, I'll maximize this. You guys can see my screen?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I sent you guys a link, and I made both of you guys portal users. So Leah, your username will be your first initial, your last name, like L Sarah,
Okay.
and then your password will be password, all lowercase. Okay, and
Okay.
Joe, same for you. So what you all are looking at right now is the back end to the website for SPCP that actually winds up being our management service. So it's all integrated. As you can see over here, donation management. Like if we were to accept donations, the dues, like when you guys get dues notifications, and the credit card processing and all of that is handled over under dues management. We can have events if we want, the job board and the classifieds and all that. So it's all integrated here. Okay. Now you guys, I believe, are wanting to alter the website so that you can update the resource toolkit and all of that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So basically that is all going to happen down under website management. See that link down here at the bottom?
Yep.
Okay. So if you click on that, there's a number of different things. Really what you are going to be predominantly interested in, I think, is web pages and view website. Okay. The web pages is where you actually make changes to the website, different URLs. And then if you want to test your work real quick, if you click view website, it'll automatically launch that website. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So my other question is, do you want people to be able to submit things to you all to be posted?
Yeah.
That would be great if that was an option. Sure.
Okay. So let me show you how to do that too. So if we go to forms, and I'll set the first one up for you. Okay, if we go to forms, I'm going to add a new form. And the form title will be, what are we calling this? Resource? Like
Learner's Resource Toolkit.
Submission.
Yep.
Learner's Resource Toolkit submission. Okay, and which of you wants to get notified when somebody submits?
You can put me there.
Okay, so what's a good email for you?
lsarah@rx.umaryland.edu.
Okay, so when anybody submits something via this toolkit to be submitted, you will get an email notification.
Okay.
SPCP members, please consider submitting important guidelines. What else kind of stuff? Important guidelines, review articles. What else do you want?
Protocols.
Protocols.
Policies.
Policies, etc., for inclusion in the
toolkit.
Okay.
Yep. Looks great.
Okay. So now what you're looking at is, are you guys familiar with like HTML coding and all of that?
Only very, very basic.
Okay, good. And that's how this is actually set up. So basically anything you put in here, you can modify using these tools up top. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I want to make that a little bit bigger. I come over to size 16. Let's even go 18. All right. And then we'll save this as and then under form confirmation, thank you for your submission. Who reviews these? The education committee? Or is there
just us?
Just us.
Do you guys have a name?
No.
Not really. We're just a
You
subcommittee.
can just put, yeah, education committee though, if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so this form's been added. And if I come down to, let's find it. Here's this toolkit. Let's add a form question. Please upload in WDOCX or .pdf file format your submission for the Learner Resource Toolkit. And this is a file upload, and it's required. Like, don't click on something unless you got something to submit. Question. Okay, so we're done. All right.
Cool.
So let's go back to web pages. All right. So remember where you're at when you log in. Over on the left, website management, go down to web pages. And unfortunately, the way that this is set up is everything has to fall under a navigation menu. Okay, so if you log into if I come down here and view website, here's our home page, right? And you'll notice that everything is under a navigation menu. So it's either the home page, the member center, or these navigation menus that have been created.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess we could create new ones and move things around, but I just honestly haven't had time to do that. So unfortunately, you got to go searching for what you're looking for. Now, the toolkit, I'm assuming you want to remain just for our members, right?
Yes.
So if we go under Member Center, you'll see all the different web pages. Now, if you go to learn, and then I see naloxone resources, toolkit and resources, and learner resource center, and policies, protocols, and CPAs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically what this is each page, this is each page.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, this is just the way it's set up. So if it's okay with you all, I'm going to come back over to our website and log in. If I can remember my login. Okay, here we go. So this is the Member Center. And everything is under Toolkit, the way this is set up currently, right? So if I go to Toolkit, we have Learner Resource Center, guidelines, policies, protocols, CPAs, naloxone, and other important links. Now we don't have to, I mean, we can change this around if you want. But as of right now, each of these is an individual page. So I guess you guys would have to decide where you want things to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we come back over here, let's go to the Learner Resource Center. So the Learner Resource Center, and there's your toolkit page, right?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So let's add something. So right now, all this is just the the name and the link. If you want to change the figure that's up top, like let's say you're like, I hate this, you can delete it. And then if you come up here and you see the little picture emblem,
Mm-hmm.
you can add an image. And this is your image properties link. So you can either look what's already on the website, and that will take you to a list of a bunch of different documents or images. So let's say you wanted to put a picture. I think I have one of you somewhere, Leah.
Great.
Right? But you catch my drift.
Yes.
And you can click on that and adjust the size and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to add your own new one, you go to Upload, choose File, and then you upload the picture you want to put in there.
Sure.
Okay, pretty easy
Yep.
stuff. If you want to add let's see, is there something that, this is the learner toolkit. How about pain management? Journals, training opportunities. Can you guys think of something? And you also, you've got to be careful that whatever you load, if it's a PDF of a full text article, that it's open access.
Right. Yep.
And what I would recommend is that you link to the PDF in the public space versus actually uploading it to the website.
Right.
So, ooh, I don't like that. That needs to be increased. Getting closer. Let's see what font this is. It doesn't tell me. Great. But anyway, if you want to put the role of the palliative care pharmacist, Leah, don't you have a recent fast fact or something?
I don't, but I mean, just you can just you're just showing us how to like hyperlink to something.
Yeah, let's just put something in here. Leah Sarah is awesome, right? You type it in, okay, and then basically what you'll want to do here is and all your formatting stuff is up here, okay?
Yeah.
What you basically do is highlight everything you want linked, come up to the hyperlink button,
okay,
and you're going to get that same link style, okay?
Yeah.
So you can either link, let's see, you probably have like a home page.
Yeah, I have yeah.
Okay, so so take your URL and put your URL in there. So this might be, a PubMed thing or a publicly available document or whatever, okay?
Yep.
Go to Target. And then what I typically have done is if you're uploading something and it's something that either we've created or that is, like if it's like I think they're talking about making this card, right? And it belongs to us. I would say that you keep the user in our website. So that would be same window self.
Okay.
So when you click on that, basically what's going to happen is it's going to keep them within the SPCP domain. If it does not belong to SPCP, or you're like, let's say there's a full text article PDF that's publicly available and you just want people to be able to go and get it, then what I've been doing is new window.
Okay.
And so what that basically does is it takes them away from SPCP.
Got it.
Okay? So that's if it's a URL. Now, let's say that you have a document you want to upload, like a card or a PDF of something you guys created. Then what you want to do is go to Upload, choose your file, and let me just put, I don't know, I'll put that new Krebs study that just came out up, okay? And then send it to server. And then now what it's done is it creates a URL link, but but that document is actually uploaded to our website.
Cool.
Okay, so if I click OK, now it's hyperlinked. But it's not actually going anywhere.
Right. Cool.
So if I want to change something, you can come in, like click over it and come back up to your link, and you can change basically anything that you want. You can change it to the type of web address. You can go to advanced and you can play around with what it looks like. I don't ever mess with that because it's just, I don't have enough time.
Sure.
And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So once you do that, so let's click, this is a URL. We did our target. We did our upload. I click OK. Now, once you're finished making your changes, if you'll come down here to Update Web Page, okay, now it's saved. All right, so I should be able to come up here, refresh. And where do we put this? Under Learner Resource Center? And there you go. Leah Sarah is awesome. And if you click on it, it opens up.
Very cool.
Why Leah Sarah is awesome. Okay?
There you go.
That is pretty much it. What else do you guys want to be able to do?
I think that's it.
So I'm going to take Leah Sarah. We know you're awesome, but we're going to take that out.
Thank you.
And resave it.
Perfect. Yeah,
now,
I think this is really all that we wanted to be able to do, just so that, you know, to take the burden off you, honestly. That way,
okay.
We
well,
upload it ourselves.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Let me give you some other, you know, so if you play around, you can do whatever you want in here and play around with it, as long as you don't update the web page. It won't. You can just close out and nothing will happen.
Okay.
You know, it's basically everything is self-explanatory up here. You got your fonts. This is your special characters button. Like if you wanted to put that in there. If you want to number things or bullet them. This is like the text color, and this is the text fill color. A couple other things, you got different fonts and sizes. You got the size. The only other things that I use, let's say you wanted to, let's go back to web pages, and let's go to Member Center and Learner Resource Center. Nope, that's the wrong one. Web pages. Where's the main launch? Toolkit and resources. There we go. So I'm assuming that you guys want like a link to. So we'll practice here. I want this to be centered on the page. So I'm going to go up here to center and put submit your. What do you want this to say? Submit ideas or what?
Submit resources.
Submit resources for consideration to be included in the SPCP Learner Resource Center.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make that a little bigger. Maybe bold it. Okay, now what we have to do is we've got to make this active. So I'm going to update the web page. Now I have to make a new, let's see, I don't know if I can do a link to a form. Let me try. I cannot. So for every form you're going to use, there has to be a different website.
Okay.
So I'm going to let's update page. Okay, and I'm going to come to web pages, and I'm going to click add a new web page. And then it asks you to do a navigation menu. So I'm going to look at that, and I want this to be just members. So I'm going to click on Member Center. And you have to put a display order in it. And the web page name will be Learner Resource Center Submission. Okay. Now, you see viewable by? I only want this viewable by members.
Yep.
I want it active, but I don't want it to show up anywhere. I only want a link to it, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to click floating page. And then I want to use the form we just made, Learner Resource Toolkit Submission, as the web page. So I'm going to come down here and add web page. Okay. And now here's your Learner Resource Center submission page.
Cool.
Okay. And that's good. Now you won't be able to see it because it's a form, but you're going to have a unique URL down here. See this?
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to copy that. Okay. And I'm going to come back to my web pages and go to Member Center, and then the toolkit and resources. See where we're at here? And then I'm going to make a link to that. So link, URL, paste, and I want this to stay in-house. So I'm going to do it in the same window. Okay. Update the web page. And now when I refresh this, there's your link.
Very cool.
And if you click on that, that's what it looks like.
Excellent.
So let's try it. So I'm going to click on, do you care who submitted it? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to click Choose File. And I think you should upload the JAMA article. And I'm going to click Submit. And Leah, and then there, thank you for your submission. And Leah, you should get an email notifying you that this has been submitted and an attachment of the link.
Cool. Let's see.
And it may take a few minutes. Now let's go back and let's do some stylistic stuff. So we're going to come back to Member Center.
Got it.
Let's go to, did it have an attachment?
Let's see. It does have an attachment and it works. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So let's go to naloxone resources. Okay. And there's nothing there. So if you wanted to add something, let's say naloxone instruction video. We'll make that a little bit bigger. And let's say I'll use, I've got a YouTube one we can use. My channel, videos. How do you get Creator Studio? Okay, hopefully I haven't been watching anything I shouldn't. Okay, so I have a, I thought I had a YouTube video that we made. Here it is. So I'm going to click on this.
Today we will demonstrate.
Get our link to share. Here's our YouTube link, right? We'll copy that. We'll come back. And I'm going to link to that one. Just like we did before, create the link. It's up to you how you want to do this, whether you want to open it in our own, let's just say our own. And then click OK, and now your link is made.
Cool.
And you want to split these up a little bit. Okay, so there's a couple easy things you can do. You can create like a very opaque line that runs across, and that function is right here. See this? And click that. See the little line gets made? Okay. Or if you want to put things into boxes, you can come to some of these floaters. Like here's this is called a bootstrap collapse floater, and you could click on that and say I want naloxone delivery for there, and for here I want naloxone education, and then I want naloxone cost. I don't know, I'm just making this crap up. right? And then you can put your content into each of these, including links. So if I click OK,
Cool.
okay, see how that looks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to put this link in there. I'll get rid of that, and I'll double click on this little thing, and I'll drop that bad boy right there. And then if I update the page, okay, and then go view it, these things, when you click on them, will open up.
Very cool.
See how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get rid of this. And we can all right, and update the page. The next thing you can do, so those are the collapsible ones, but the problem is you have to be able to HTML code to drop things into those boxes. So you actually have to drop the embed code. So if you wanted to do a video, you would have to come over here, share, and get the embed code to drop it in.
I see.
See what I'm saying? So if we try that, let's try it again. Drop boxes. Let's do naloxone delivery and content. Paste. Click OK. Save it. Now if we click on this link, we should be able to open this up, and there's
Very cool.
and you can watch it in
Today, we will demonstrate the 3 FDA-approved naloxone delivery kits for the treatment of opioid overdose.
Those are my hands.
That the nasal atomine.
Ready?
That's funny.
Look at those sexy hands.
Red safety.
Amazing.
All right. So I guess we could leave this for now.
Yeah.
Let's just change that to naloxone delivery overview. All right, we'll leave that. So if you wanted to add to this, you could double click on that and add a new item, and then add what you want to add. Okay?
Yep.
We want to delete that item. So that's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do, which I've found to be much easier, is this button next to it, which is a bootstrap grid. Okay? So if I click on that, it's basically like creating a table like you would in Word, but it is a variable based on the size of the screen that is being used. Okay, so let's say we're going to get 3 columns, and let's just do 1 row for now. Okay, so there's our content areas, if you see them pop up. And that's exactly how I did this. So these boxes, if you think about that, I just made, oops, where'd I go? I just made these, like this bootstrap grid, but with 2 columns instead of 3 columns. So if you come here, you could even say naloxone guidelines, come over here, naloxone review papers, and I don't know, what's community outreach. I don't know, I'm just making this crap up, but you get the idea. Okay, update the web page, come back over to it, refresh, and now you see you have it spaced. And the spacing will change depending on, like, if I'm looking at this on a phone, then it'll be staggered. You know, it'll move it. It's whatever the word, reactive. Okay, and you can put anything you want in there. You can, within these content areas, you can put pictures, you can put HTML coding, like those embed video things I just showed you. You could do your links. You can do whatever you want. Okay?
Great.
So the rest of these you just need to play around with. Okay?
Yeah.
They have tabs. They have a table. these are just like little emoticon type things that you can throw in there. And then the other one that I use quite a bit is this. See the exclamation point, which is an alert.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever been on our PGY2 webinar website, this is what I do just to keep them separate.
Okay.
And then let's say I want to add another one just to, and you can type in whatever text you want here. Joe is really cool. But it'll separate it out by line, right?
Gotcha.
Is really all right. Okay. Update. So that is pretty much how you do this. If you want to play around with it, you can always come in, go to your web pages tab to bring you back. You could always add a web page, and I'll put this one under Member Center. And we'll call it Display Order 15, and we'll call it Joe and Leah's practice page, right? And we'll make it viewable. We're going to make it inactive and a floating page, okay? And then Joe is cool, Leah is cool, and add the web page, okay? And so now you have a link that you can play with. Now it's in the Member Center, and it's only viewable by members. So you're going to have to be logged in to get to it. Like in order to view it, you're going to have to be logged in. So if we come down to Joa and Leah's practice page, you can screw around all day with this stuff and see how it looks, different styles, how to put things in different formats or organization or whatever you want to do.
Cool.
And then I showed you how to put a picture in. You can embed YouTube videos here. Remember we had our embed code.
Yep.
Okay. And you can also make it responsive. And then there's your YouTube. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. But to play around with it, see what you think. Some of these different things are pretty neat. You just got to figure out how to use them.
Sure.
There's different buttons and screw around crap. I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So just to remind you, if you want, let's go ahead and have you both try to log in and make sure that you can get in.
I don't think I got the link, Chris.
Yeah, I have a blank email from you as well.
Leah Sarah.
Yep.
Joe Cam.
Yep.
Link to AMO management portal. Let's try this again, huh? Oh, I guess I can go ahead and stop recording too. How do I do that? Stop.